Some supplements have been found with not only illegal substances but also having these substances in excessive amounts.
Dip dab, dip dab, dip dab. In 5 minutes you can skip this ad. In 5 minutes you can skip this ad. Yeah, dip dab.
How do we verify the legitimacy of a supplement? Its country of origin, its country of distribution? Stick around to find out. Hey guys, it's Achille Joshua here from Achilles Fitness, and today we are talking about supplements. Again, I recently came across the videos of Coach Rickie and former Mr. Kampala stroke Uganda regarding supplements.
For supplements tulina kabirani oba tukabire UNBS tukusaba kebera omutindo gwa bino ebintu
kansooke mbagamba ekintu kino mumanye ekintu ekitta Coach Rickie mutayagaliza supplement tewali fake eyingira mu Uganda.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Coach Rickie supplement eri fake ebeera etya?
Now, this is coming from a scientific perspective. Coach Rickie has valid concerns and they do not need to be downplayed for whichever reason. The problem is that most people are very pragmatic and others just have biases for whatever reasons. But we need to understand that most of these companies are after making profit and they can do a lot to get as much profit as possible. Always consider these three factors as a buyer and as a seller of supplements. 1. Are the ingredients and claims backed by research? 2. Does the label correspond with the contents? And most importantly, 3. Has it been third-party tested or approved by relevant bodies? Now, understand that it is very hard to determine number 2 without number 3. Take testosterone for example. People are aggressively marketing it, yet it's not backed up by research, or to be specific, the claims are not backed up by research. Actually, it is even illegal to sell it in the member states of the EU. This is mainly because it is classified as a novel food, meaning it doesn't have documented history to show that it is safe for consumption prior to 1997, and it is also considered as an NDI in the United States. That's a new dietary ingredient, and for both categories there are procedures put in place for them to be considered safe for consumption. Now, for supplements or ingredients that are backed up by research like protein, creatine, vitamins, caffeine, fish oils and so on, some manufacturers will deliberately give you less than the labels claim, or there will be illegal or dangerous substances in them. Some supplements have been found with not only illegal substances but also having these substances in excessive amounts. This is why them being third-party tested and approved by relevant bodies matters. And by the way, these toxic substances or illegal substances can be put unknowingly or knowingly. Could be things like the container themselves, could be the chain of, should I say, production, something like that.
Government tusaba otuyambeko.
The problem is that as much as the EU and the FDA do have strict policies on supplements, manufacturers may or will always find loopholes. For example, you are supposed to notify the EU, member states and the FDA about the supplement before you hit the market. But the FDA doesn't test the supplement until after it hits the market. And that is if any issues actually arise, and that can take years. And when I say issues, I mean like as in actual legal issues, like somebody actually makes a legal claim, tries suing this company and whatnot. That implies that the manufacturer is the one who is supposed to tell you what's in the container. It's up to him to tell you what's in the container. The label can show 250 grams of creatine in this container, and it can have 100 grams in it. The rest is powder. The rest is powder. The EU will say that the supplement should be backed up by research. Don't self-label health claims. Make declarations as in declare something, but it isn't the one testing the supplement. This is why third-party testing is very important. I just can't stress this enough.
Bino ebintu biyingira mu ggwanga, fake product mpitirivu ezigenda okutta abaana. Buli mwana ayingiza product nga agiyisizza mu linnya lya supplement. Beba parking ebimu si bye ebirimu, ebikyamu bingi, abaana bakoza rebrand bingi.
Eri South Africa gye twali tuyita fake, kati buli supplement eyingira Uganda, America. Supplements ziva Dubai, naye akatale k'ensi yonna kali Dubai. Supplement eziva mu America, Canada, ziva Bungereza, zituukira Dubai, we ziva ne zituuka e Uganda. Kati supplements ki eri duplicate gye baleeta e Uganda wano gitubuulire.
A supplement being manufactured from a certain country or being distributed from a certain country doesn't legitimize it. Actually, America is the worst example. As much as it has companies that give good supplements, it is one of the countries whereby you are going to see a mass production of fake supplements. For those who are aware, you've seen scams, lawsuits, and controversies surrounding some supplement companies in the US, and you think that everything being distributed to you is fine. It's 2026, and there are cases as recent as 2025. And those are the ones that have made it to court and the relevant bodies so far. So the country of origin should be the least of your worries when it comes to such things. You should be more worried about what is inside the container. Does it correlate with what's inside the label? Are there sources or things I can refer to, basically authorities I can refer to, that back up this supplement? And when I say authorities, I don't mean a social media influencer. That's not legitimate. We are supposed to have things like research, data, that has been collected over time that tells us that this thing is safe for use, or it does exactly what it says it does. And then also, there are distributors that can give you fake products. It's happening, it was happening, and it will continue to happen. For reference purposes, here is a list of some of the companies or organizations that carry out third-party testing. There are 3 major ways you can know if a supplement is third-party tested and certified. 1. Look for an official seal on the packaging. 2. You can verify on official databases of these third-party testing companies. And 3. You can request for a certificate of analysis. Remember that these are supplements, they are not magic pills. And trust me, when you use supplements and don't see results, it is very easy for them to say that you aren't training hard enough or well enough, you didn't have a proper diet, you aren't recovering enough, or you didn't even use enough. End of story. End of story. The reason as to why a supplement like Mass Gainer works isn't because it has a secret formula to build muscles. It's because it is calorie dense and usually has a proper blend of proteins and carbohydrates. But guess what? If you're not training adequately, if you don't have a solid diet along with it, if you don't recover well enough, or if you even use it wrongly, you're either going to gain unwanted fat mass or not have optimal results. Notice that I'm not saying that there aren't legitimate supplements, supplement distributors, or manufacturers. Notice that I'm not saying that every supplement that comes here is legitimate or fake. I am just saying that us blindly believing whatever is in our market is okay and that the claims they make are true is a very dangerous way of moving forward in the market, in the field. Same but different. Fitness and health are very sensitive categories when it comes to our daily living, and we should approach them as such. You can be the reason as to why someone loses money, gives up on exercise, resumes exercising, take their medication or not, seek professional help or not. These factors literally affect your life. Literally. You know the drill. Now, creators like Chris Hamiston cover the topic of third-party testing more extensively with results from a third-party testing company on different supplements. He also covers different supplements in detail, which most creators aren't doing. So remember, the 3 main factors to consider are the ingredients and claims backed up by research. Does the label correspond with the contents? And has it been third-party tested and approved by relevant bodies? I'm gonna say this again. His concerns are very valid, and I'm sure there are different people who have had the same concerns. The truth is, there are very many times that fake products come. It's not even about supplements. If you see phones whereby we can actually check, whereby you can actually open and test the phone, can be sold to you when it's a high copy, it's a fake, it's a duplicate. How about supplements whereby you do not know the contents? You do not have the tools to test the content. We have to be very skeptical and we have to be very realistic with this. Now, this is my plea to the sellers and buyers of supplements in Uganda. Do your due diligence to check that not only is the supplement or ingredient well backed by research, but that it's also approved by a third party and relevant bodies. Okay, just take some time in your day and go through your inventory and check if they meet these criteria. Anyways, what do I know? So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and see you on the next one. It's been Achilla Joshua from Achilles Fitness. Anyways, what do I know?
Wait a minute. Metaphors and metal nature. Leave you dead on the stretch.